So Dr. Moss, thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, good. So Dr. Moss, why don't you just tell our viewers where you're from, what your practice is, and a little bit of the before picture prior to the Power program.
So my name's Achilles Moss. I'm from Naples, Florida, and my practice's name is TrueView Dental. And I started with MGE 2.5 years ago. And I was kind of in a bad spot. I was the typical client that starts with MGE. You know, you're thinking of working for someone else. You're wondering how you're going to make ends meet, just things. We were just kind of scraping by. We'd have good months, bad months. It was, it wasn't what I envisioned. And I didn't know how to get there. And like anything else, being somewhat of an athlete, you need a coach. And I didn't know where to find a coach. So luckily my wife happened across you guys. And it was the best thing, besides her, that's ever happened to us. I nicknamed this thing marriage counseling because it's helped us understand each other. It's helped us understand our business. We've grown as people, besides the business aspect. It's changed our lives completely, and we feel fulfilled.
Nice.
That's the best part about this is the fulfillment. You can see when you bring on new employees where they are on the tone scale and how you bring these people up and you give them power over their lives and you teach them things, and it all comes from the training that I've received here.
Nice, nice. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Tell me the impact on the statistics, and we don't have to get into exact numbers, but from a growth perspective, you started at X. Are you same level? Have you grown? Have you gained 25%? Give a little. You've doubled.
Doubled plus.
Doubled your practice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could even say if you get the opposite sides of the spectrum, which is the lowest months versus now our highest month, it would be quadrupled.
Wow.
Even on our best months before we started MGE, it would be double plus.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And now, did the costs of the practice go up commensurate? Because it makes no sense to just increase the numbers, but increase your costs, so your overhead percentage is relatively the same. Or would you say you've got some margin and profit? And
there's profit.
Okay.
Yeah, now there's profit.
Okay.
Right? Real profit. Before it was shaky because what you would make in profit one month, you might have to throw back in the other month. Or the big thing that we have in Naples in particular is the seasonality, right? We can lose 20 to 25% of our population between May 1st and October, all right? So that's huge. We didn't know how to manage or handle that, and it would strangely cut your month sometimes in half.
Wow.
Right?
So these are snowbirds that are going back.
Correct. And we didn't know how to handle or manage that until later that we had done it a while, and we weren't even good at it. But now that we have MGE, it's predictable.
Good. So you've increased the finances. How has this impacted your life outside of improving your marriage and such, just in general?
Well, I can take a real vacation now for the first time in a long time. After the pandemic even, we went skiing for 10 days in Turkey, and I walked away and I said, you know what? I'll get back when I get back, and I'm not even going to worry. And everything was organized and in order, and it's been the longest, not forced time off, because we had to take 2 weeks off during COVID like most people. But yeah, I actually got to enjoy myself, where I wasn't constantly thinking, wow, what am I going to come back to? And how am I going to make up for the loss? It just washed out. We actually didn't lose that month. We made the numbers were the same, and I wasn't there for 10 days.
Oh my gosh.
So that was fantastic, actually.
Nice. Nice. Well done.
Yeah.
Good. So now, the people that are going to be watching this are predominantly people who are a little bit on the fence about this power program and stuff. And I'm sure when you came on, you had your concerns. Like, what is this power program and can I trust this? So what were your concerns at the time when you were deliberating and considering this power program?
I was the ultimate skeptic. I didn't believe. Like anyone that walks in, because you're in such a low state that you think no one can help you. And you see all these coaching programs, they'll tell you, oh, we'll fill your schedule, we'll do this, we'll do that. But what MGE does different is they teach you to be the executive, not outsourcing the executive position to someone else. When that person exits your practice, they take their knowledge with them, right? Knowledge is power, right? So what you guys have done is put us in a position where we know what errors we've committed, how we can fix them. If there's something going wrong, how to figure out the problem, right? And that's what's most important is you've taught us to be executives and how to be responsible, Also, you taught not my wife, because my wife is the adventurous one. She's like, yeah, sure, where do I sign? But what you taught me most of all was to believe in myself. You made me something I thought I could never be. And that's a leader. So, yeah.
It's awesome. Well done. And a great one. Met your staff, looked at your statistics, great crew, fun group. So you're a great leader.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done to you. So let's take a look. And thanks for sharing that. It's very personal, and I really appreciate that. And it's touching, and I sit in your same spot. This technology did the same thing for me, so thanks for that.
If I may, the hardest part, and I repeat this to everyone I meet here, the doctors like to point at their staff, that things are wrong because of the staff. My hardest admission was to gather my staff, as you would gather your children, and admit to them that I had failed them. Because when I met you guys, I saw the light, and I said, the missing piece of the puzzle is me. And if I can get myself together, I know I can muster up everything else to make this successful. And you've done for me in 2.5 years what I couldn't do in 15. It means everything to me.
It's awesome.
I feel like you guys are family. So
great.
That's everything.
Nice. So for somebody who's on the fence about this power program, about MGE, and do I trust this, knowing well that skepticism is everywhere because people have been led down the wrong road and been promised and under-delivered. So what would be your words of advice to the person who's considering this thing and a little bit on the fence?
If you're on the fence, understand that if you allow MGE to do what they do and you don't get in your own way, because that's what we do, right? We get in our own way. But if you have to believe, right? You guys sold me on belief. Doc, believe in yourself. Doc, you can do it. Now, there's nothing that I can't do. If I decide to do something, I know I can do it because I believe in myself. All right? So let MGE do their thing, and I promise it will work for you. If it can work for me, it can work for anyone, honestly.
Wow. Doctor, awesome on your success.
Thank
Well
you.
done on your expansion. Great to see you going on these trips. I follow your wife on social media and seeing her stuff and, on your vacation. So well done, continue, and appreciate the time you've given here today.
Thank you.